They say step 8 is about willingness. But for me, it feels like I'm standing on a cliff, looking down at everything that I've broken. These names, they're not just ink on a page. They're the echoes of people I loved, the lives I've changed, sometimes without even knowing how much. You see, when it says name of person affected, that means someone who trusted me, someone who believed I could be better than my worst day. How my behavior influenced their life, I made them afraid to believe in me again. How it influenced our relationships, it built a wall where there used to be warmth. And every time I said, I'll do better, the wall got higher. Someone who stayed long after they should have walked away. It taught them that love could mean pain, that I'm sorry could sound like a promise and feel like a lie. It made silence safer than my words. Someone who didn't ask for any of this. A family member, a friend, maybe even a stranger I hurt without even realizing. Maybe it stole their peace. Maybe it made them question their worth. Maybe it left a space between us that I didn't know how to fill. Until now. This list isn't about guilt. It's about responsibility. It's about saying, I see what I did and I don't want to live that way anymore. For years, I blamed the world, the bottle, the pain, the past. But now I see that behind every wound I caused was fear. Fear of being unloved. Fear of being seen for who I really was. Fear of admitting that I was the problem. This step isn't about making things perfect again. It's about being willing to look, to write, to remember, and to finally stop running from what I've done. Because every name on this page is a chance to make peace, a chance to show that the person I was isn't the person I'm becoming. I don't know if they'll forgive me. I don't even know if I deserve it. But I'm willing to try, to face them and myself and say, I was wrong, and I want to make it right. That's step 8. Not the end of guilt, but the beginning of freedom.
We had a meeting here last night. We had a guy here that is struggling. We had another guy here that's older, and he was being he loved talking to the young guys and was refreshed that even young people are trying to get some recovery because he doesn't see it anymore. On an individual basis, I think that group is more honest than your average person of that age and with that kind of time in the program. So I think it's a sincere group. They're really trying. Nobody's really running from it or talking, full of bull. So, and because of that, I think that adds a certain richness and seriousness and value to the AA meetings. So I think it's great. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? I'm paying you guys to work, not play Luke Skywalker. Read, keep an eye on these two. What are you guys doing, man? Just get to work. This thing's gonna look funny hanging out there. Get to work.
Yeah, I think the craziest thing is I don't think I'd ever been happy.
Switch diagram.
And every single day for months and so I just prayed to God that I could be happy and be free of that mindset of I need a drug or drink to get through the day. Because that's the first thing you think about when you wake up. Especially, coming off something. But I mean, every day you're sitting there going like, first thing I do is get to the gas station or get to the liquor store or get to somewhere, and it's like food, water, and shelter, and it's more important than those three things in your brain.
Well, hell, on the days that you don't finish all the liquor in your house, the first thing you do is take a swig.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
But I can't tell you a time. I would pick up 4 or 5 bottles, and in the past 6 years of drinking, none of those would have anything in them. If I had them, I wasn't letting any of it sit there.
Same way.
There's no way in hell.
So Reed and I are hunting pigs. You know what? You know we're hunting pigs in Suches. So Reed and I are hunting pigs. We're waiting at night. We're in a Land Cruiser. I'm just sitting there in the passenger seat with 30-30. He's waiting. Oh, they're coming. Oh, they're coming. You know, like, brr. And finally, I go, one goes right in the headlights. So I open up the sunroof, stand up. I'm saying, get him, go, go, go. And I'm like, faster, faster. And he's right on the pig's tail, like, finally, it's a boar. Get the boar. He goes and he starts to slow down. I said, hell, go get the sow. So we're going, trying to clean the pigs up, and we're going to do a charity pork thing. So anyway, we get out, take it, throw the pig on the Land Cruiser hood, drive into the woods up against a tree. We find a tree with a branch like this. Get up on the hood. He's holding one leg, I'm holding the other as we're driving so it doesn't slide off the front. Yeah. Go into the woods, get up on the thing, cut hang it, and just stand on the hood and skin it out and cut the big chunks of meat off, leave everything else in the woods. Dip them in the creek, throw them in some bags in the back, and we're done. And Reed into that and loves it. The other side of Reed, the Lady in the Tramp side, is that he's probably listening right now. You can't probably hear me. So he's like a crocheter and a sewer. So as you're looking around here, you're going to come across probably, I don't know, about 60, now more like 3 sewing machines. So I just got one here. Oh yeah. This is Reed's sewing machine that he sews in his spare time.
And there's this one back here, the
Zippers.
Yeah, it was a way to make a living, and and I always enjoyed doing it because I was pretty good at it, I thought. So that's some daily satisfaction, making a living. But later on, after I got sober, I started to really see the joy in building and creating and, the daily satisfaction that nobody else really cares about. If I'm building for you, you want to see your project get done, but most people don't care, but I care, and just the daily satisfaction of getting stuff done and producing, look back, yeah, I did that, it's great, and I hope that never changes. I can see the good things in my life instead of bitching about why I'm working. I have my beautiful daughter that lives with me, and I have, struggles with her because she's a typical teenager. But it's all worth it. I'm doing the right thing. Work hard every day, take care of her. That's a good life. That's a good purpose, all by itself.
It's strange, writing it down. People I swore I hated, it turned out I also harmed them. My anger wasn't clean. My damage bled out sideways.
We're taking our first trip over to the trail that leads up to the wreckage site for the B-47, the law that was passed when Trump was president about it being a National Historic Site, when the crew of the bomber plane in 1962 crashed into that mountain on maneuvers and died. And for some reason, recently it was turned into a National Historic Site by law. So through a friend of a friend, we have been asked to help set the monument up there on the hill. So a helicopter is going to come and pick up the monument and take it up to the top of the mountain, and we're going to have to hike up and hopefully not carry any shovels and stuff. But we'll hike up and film the whole thing and hopefully turn it into a little bit of a ceremony. So also we happen to stumble across some bagpipes, and we have somebody here who, you know, might play them during a little ceremony, so it could be really fun and cool. So anyway, we're headed over there for the first time to see what the trail is like and just, you know, get an idea what the climb is like, so it doesn't kill us or, you know, take us where we would take too long to get up there. Trying to get a feel for the trail going up to the top. Our first time kind of over here. What do you guys think so far?
We're slowly avoiding the bears, practicing our safe bear techniques.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, a few different variables here. The weather, of course. We don't know the exact, we don't have a map, so we think we know it's up there somewhere.
Yeah.
And the other variable would be bears, since
there was just an attack.
He died too. He was killed.
Very recently? Right here?
Yeah. They found his car down there where we parked with the gun on the hood, and he was searching this area for elk horns.
Why did he leave his gun on the car?
Maybe he found some elk horns. He was coming back with them. I mean, if you look at,
they're heavy.
If you look at all the trees out back there, you can see how many of them are all scratched up. That might be a heavy, you know, high traffic elk area. So he probably found some. He was hunting horns, I heard. He's the only film guy here, and we stumbled across like this cool potential production with historical value and all that kind of stuff. And he's going to be doing it. You excited?
Yeah, it's going to be a cool opportunity. Haven't had a project quite like it. Probably won't have another one like it, but I'm excited. It'll be cool to get to know the history, get to know the plane crash a little bit, the people that were here when it happened. Tell their stories a little bit, tell the stories of the guys that were on the plane. It'll be cool. Put up a monument with these guys and make something great.
The weirdest thing is like when you're traveling through here, you have to yell, "Yo, bear! Bear! Bear, we're here!" There's a guy got eaten right over there. So we're like, you know,
like
hey!
2 feet next to where Austin's standing.
Yeah. Hence the blunderbuster.
There's his head.
Yes, that's a toe, not a head.
That was his last step.
What's in the society?